But we're going to kick it off right now with Ivana Delevska, Spear Investment founder, CEO, CIO. Let's start with this, okay? So these are obviously self-serving investments from Nvidia, right? The question, though, is, are they nefarious? Are they questionable? You know, in other words, are they doing something smart business-wise, or are they buying time and this is ultimately a ticking time bomb?
Well, Charles, thanks for having me. I think it's very important for people to understand that Nvidia has to support the ecosystem. They basically benefit from general purpose computing, and anybody basically building anything on the Nvidia chips, they would need to support. So from this perspective, you see some investments upstream and downstream in the channel. So if you were going to follow their investments, I think their upstream investments are really the more relevant to follow in terms of where they see the tightness.
Give me an example here. What's an upstream investment?
So, for example, their investment in optical components is things that they need to secure.
Right.
So their light and coherent, the momentum and coherent investments, that actually signals that they think that that's where the tightness is going to be in the next 2 to 3 years. So you can actually follow the money there.
Hanky with this, right? You don't see anything that harkens back to the dot-com bubble.
Not necessarily, not necessarily. And some of the investments in CoreWeave, Nebius, those would be the more questionable ones because that is essentially like selling to their customers,
right,
if you will. So, but I think at the end of the day, they are using their balance sheet, which is very strong, to be able to provide better terms for their customers.
So they're using their balance sheet, that's fine. What about the off-balance sheet stuff? This is spooking the hell out of people. Now, Nvidia is not the most egregious. They are on the list, and when they report after the bell, how important is it that Jensen articulates the fact that, hey, this off-balance sheet, whether it's Nvidia or Google or Meta, any of these other names, this is something that's more of an investment, not a major liability for the market.
So it's very important, Charles, and I think Microsoft did a very good job explaining the returns on these types of investments, and all of them follow similar paths. So all of these balance sheet or off-balance sheet investments are dollars flowing into data centers, and both Microsoft and Amazon did a good job explaining how they're going to be generating returns with basically close to 1-year paybacks here. So there should be pretty attractive investments.
A lot of money has gone into Anthropic and OpenAI, right? I mean, they've got a ton of money now. They've got a bunch of backlog and a ton of debt they have, right? They felt like they're central to this whole thing working out. Then all of a sudden you get Kimi K3, and now you got the debate between open and closed source. And some people are wondering how this changed the dynamics of all of this stuff. You think that, and by the way, Jensen defended the Kimi K3 models. So in my mind, are they going to be winners no matter what, no matter who wins this?
Well, NVIDIA benefits much more from open source, and that's why you saw Jensen basically endorse open source and create the consortium. So I think the reason why is because the closed source models over time will build their own custom chips. So anytime you have a proprietary application like Google Search or Meta's recommender systems, those over time will move away from NVIDIA. So for NVIDIA, the key is going to be open source, and basically their share in China is also something to be watching.
How much? I know you haven't been pounding the table on NVIDIA in recent months. Are you still have some exposure?
We just added some exposure ahead of this earnings and on this pullback.
Okay.
We think that all of the hardware trade is significantly oversold here. And the reason is because you had leverage on top of momentum trading. So all of that has been unwinding.
Has that all been washed out? The sort of situational awareness and all that crap is just about unwind?
Absolutely. We think there is still a little bit more to go into the end of August, especially with low summer volumes. You're feeling it a little more than you would usually. But we think hardware is really where the opportunities are on this pullback.
You do have some names that you say benefit from either both closed and open models. One of them is Ciena. By the way, Ciena is up 61%. It's come down a lot, folks, recently, but up 61% on the year, up almost 600% in the last 5 years, and you still see more upside.
Absolutely. So I think this is a type of opportunity where you can be buying the pullback. They are a leader in networking, which is going to be critical in connecting these data centers together. So we think scale across is a new theme for Ciena, and bookings will surprise to the upside when they report next week.
Cloudflare, net is a symbol, up 45% for the year, up almost 135% in the last 5 years. So this is a name you've talked about a lot recently. You say benefits no matter what, they're in the driver's seat.
Absolutely, Charles. So as you can see, Cloudflare has also pulled back, even though they reported outstanding results. And basically what they're seeing is that growth is accelerating from the 20s to the low 30s right now. So it's a structural growth story as they're providing a platform for all of these companies to build AI applications.
Momentum sideways, up 900, almost 1,000% in 5 years. You say there's more upside on this.
Yeah, so this is an extremely cyclical bet. And I think this is we're still in the early innings of the cycle. So
Right.
27 and 28 is going to be where you see the peak tightness. So ahead of that, I think it's good to be positioned in this optical.
Before I let you go, the analogy I use, the peak of Rome, 117 AD. Are we there yet with this AI story?
We don't think so, and the reason is because we are seeing an acceleration going into next year in terms of the numbers and the gigawatts that are getting added. So that's something to closely watch. Once you're starting to see growth taper off, that's when we will start being concerned. But as of right now, actually results surprise significantly to the upside. And I think that's something that people are kind of, maybe it's getting lost in all the sell-off and the leverage.
Still time to conquer. Still time for investors to conquer. Thank you so much, Ivana. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, folks.